Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would film a get ready with me video. You would have seen in the previous video I did Project Pan, and I thought it'd be a really good opportunity to show you guys how I intend to use some of these products, as well as some of the other products I've been kind of collecting on the side that probably won't make it into a whole video. It just doesn't seem to make sense. So it's kind of like a mishmash of these are the products I'm using, these are the products I want to use, and just a general chat, I guess, pretty casual. I wanted to try and experiment with some eye makeup that was a little bit more, that pushed the boundaries a little bit more than just neutral. Don't know if that's going to happen because I feel very safe and comfortable with neutral shades. Actually, I'm almost certain I might not go neutral. Now that I look at what I have for Project Pan, all those items are pretty neutral. So I am sorry again. I don't know if you're ever going to get a colorful look for me, at least not anytime too soon. But I was actually intending to film a life update video. I know not necessarily for this channel, but I know for my planner channel especially, I kind of felt obligated to update as to why I'd taken such a long hiatus. And I decided that it made more sense to go in depth in my vlog channel. So those two channels kind of have life updates. I'm not going to bother rehashing everything for this channel. You can just head on to those channels and watch the update there. But yeah, so let's just get into the makeup. I think first you're going to hear me talk about the lighting a lot. It's going to keep coming in and out. I'm filming later in the day. I thought because it was so cloudy today I would be safe, but it seems that the sun is coming through the clouds, and even though it is late, it is not that late yet. Ugh. I feel like this jumper's choking me, but it's been really cold recently in Melbourne, so I've been wanting to rug up a lot more. Okay, so foundation first. So in the last video for Project Pan, I would have shown two foundations I wanted to try and use up, rather two liquid foundations I wanted to use up. One was like an Estee Lauder foundation, one was a Laura Mercier foundation. The main way I had been using it prior is that I'd put it onto a mixing palette, I'd mix it up, and then I would dot it on my face and blend it out. I felt like I was wasting a lot of product when I was doing that because I would always have too much product, but I also felt like it was just so time consuming. Every time I wanted to do my makeup, I was having to do this whole mixing game and it was taking up time. So I decided I would go on, I think I got these off Yes Style, but I think you can actually get them off Amazon. They're just like cushion compacts. So inside there's a sponge and then there's like an applicator. You just tap it and then apply it, just like any other CC cream, I guess. The great thing is that these are all empty, so you can put your own foundation in them. Now I understand that you're probably going to waste quite a bit of foundation of it just getting absorbed by the sponge, but I like the fact that my foundation, especially because I'm using two foundations, it's all pre-mixed. So this looks a little dirty because I have been using it. But you can kind of see at the top here, there is the applicator. If I take that off, and then there's like a little lid that you pop open, and there's my custom foundation, which is the combination between the Laura Mercier and Estee Lauder. So this just makes application so much faster. I've got it here, I can just dab it on my face and then I'm done with my foundation rather than having to sit down and mix it. So I was thinking of ordering a couple more of these just so I could have a few more around. I really just love the fact that it's all custom. I know the shade is going to work and it's just so easy, and I'm getting closer to Project Pan as well. Yeah, so I've been using this for a couple weeks now and I really love it, although I always keep getting like makeup on the applicator here. So I have bought extra ones of these and extra sponges because I think like after, like when I fill it up, and if you watch my vlog channel, I think next week's vlog I'll show you how I actually did it for one of the other ones because I bought two of these. So I show you how I top it up. It uses a lot of foundation, so it will last a while, but I feel weird about constantly using the same sponge again and again. So I feel like maybe after a couple uses, I'm not really sure what the protocol is, I'll just change out the sponge. So I ordered a few more off Amazon and a few more of these. So hopefully it can keep it fresh because I still want to use the same compact. I don't think there's much point buying new compacts. I'm going to just do one half of my face first so I can kind of show you the difference. Because I quite like the coverage. I mean, ultimately the coverage will come down to the type of foundation you put into it. But I was a bit worried that because I transferred it into this like little compact that it would change how you apply it. And honestly, one of my top favorite foundations is the Dior Snow Cushion Cream, and I feel like this acts kind of similar to it. I mean, I still love the Cushion Cream foundation, and I still use it. It's just that I use it sparingly because it's so expensive. So you can kind of see the difference. I feel like it's just smoother and a little bit brighter on this side. But it's not like really thick, heavy coverage. You can still see some of my freckles come through, a little bit of redness that's still around my eyes. So if that bothered you, then I guess you could always just either apply more or use a concealer. I don't really care. I actually prefer a more natural coverage when I'm going out. If I'm filming a video, I guess I'm filming a video, but if I was like doing my makeup so that I would be featured on film for something else, I guess, then yeah, I probably want more full coverage. I just think it looks better, but for the purposes of real life, I actually don't like it too cakey. I think it looks too like solid in real life, and it just looks very, 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 yeah, too just, I think the term is cakey I would use. I don't know. It's, I feel like when you, like for me, I try to use makeup to enhance my features. And if I put too much on, I feel like it stops enhancing my features and it becomes a distraction in its own self. Does that make sense? So that's why I prefer, I think that's why I've been gravitating to the CC creams, because I think in general, cushion creams are generally a little bit more on the natural side. Whereas cream foundations and some liquid foundations are very heavy, can be, not all of them. Weirdly enough, I've never really gravitated towards tinted moisturizer for some reason. I don't know, maybe I just haven't found one that I actually really like. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to move on to probably concealer, except I have been using my cream foundation, the one I showed you. This is another Project Pan Gold, the NARS cream foundation. I've been using this actually more as a concealer or for giving me a bit more coverage. So I'm going to use this just under my eyes. It's probably, like if I was looking for something to brighten under my eyes, this is probably going to be a little bit too, well, it's actually okay. But I still probably prefer something just a little bit brighter. But if I use this all over my face, then it looks like I've really caked on my makeup. So I like to just use it under my eyes. And you can, I don't know, can you kind of see the difference? I feel like it's a little brighter on this side. So I'll just dab a bit on this side as well. I think it's because I have a lot of redness around my eyes. I have eczema and it just comes and goes. So I usually feel like I need a bit more coverage around my eyes and my nose than most other places. The other product I am trying to finish up, this is going to look really gross, I didn't show it on Project Pan, is this one here. It is very, very well loved and covered with all my gross fingerprints, but it is NARS Loose Powder. Oop. Yep, there we go, making a mess. This is why loose powder is always a little bit contentious. This is in the color Flesh. I really love this, but I've had it for a long time and I really want to use it up. So that's why I didn't feature it in my Project Pan video last week. That's probably because I actually forgot about it. Otherwise I would have remembered to feature it. But I actually realized there's quite a few products I'm probably going to want to hit pan on or finish up this year. So I think the update video at the end of the year is going to feature a lot of additional products that wasn't in the original video. I think that's okay too. Like for example, I definitely know, and some of them were intentional. I, for example, didn't feature any mascaras or brow products because I know for a fact that I am going to finish them up. I just don't tend to have a lot of different variety when it comes to mascara. I just have like one or two that are open that I constantly use until it dries up, so usually 3 months. And because mascaras are just so close to the eyes and they're wet, so they're like a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. So I go through them really fast. So I didn't think there was any point actually showing them on camera. But you'll probably see a few of them at the end of the year. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the Anti-Shine The Balm Sexy Mama. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, I'm like kind of dipped in here, but it's still quite a bit of product. It just uses really unevenly. I don't know, this particular powder product just frustrates me. That's a big reason why I just want to use it up and just say goodbye to it. And I feel like a sane person would just be like, you know what, life's too short, get rid of it and just move on to a better product. For some reason I can't do that. I don't know why. I mean, for some products I can, but for this one I just like, I'm determined to try and use it up. I think I need I need a powder brush that isn't so soft. Let me find a better powder brush. Yeah, for most, I don't know, for most powder products, like face powders, what am I talking about? I really love using this particular brush. This is the e.l.f. powder brush. It's like one of my go-to. I think I have like 5 of these because I can't find them in Australia. I mean, they might be in Australia now, I don't know. But I could only find them in America. So when I went to America and they were really cheap, I just bought a ton of them as backups because they do wear down. And I love it. It's probably my favorite. But it's too big and fluffy and it's not picking up the product for this particular powder. So I'm going to use this small one. I think this is just I think it came with like gift with purpose. It's like a Maybelline travel brush, but it's a little bit more compact, so it's a little bit more dense and it can pick up the powder. I really like using my MAC powder brush 109. That's probably the one I like to use the most with this, but I don't have it right now with me in this space, so I'm just gonna have to make do with this one. Alright, so I'm gonna move on to eyes now. I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape that I featured in Project Pan. I kind of wish that they still sold this because I actually really like it, even though when I first started using it, I kind of didn't like the fact that I was using like a concealer crayon, like it felt like a concealer to me. And now I've just gotten really used to it and I quite like it, but I can't find it anywhere anymore. I don't think they sell it, so I'm gonna have to find something else. I mean, there's plenty of good primers out there and I've tried many of them, so I'm not like eye primerless. I just happen to like that one. I'm just gonna use the Stila palette. And to use the color Pure and just wash that all over my eyelid. It's kind of a base color. So I like to use this one because I'm trying to hit pan in it, but I used to use this Sigma one, this one Call My Bluff. Actually, you can kind of see in the video, because I filmed that video a while back, Project Pan, you can kind of see there's a bit more of the pan is re-showing again. So I think I'm close to finishing that one up because, as I said, I repressed it, so it's not like that's the first time I've seen pan. This is actually the second time. I don't think I'm going to repress it again though. I'm just going to try and use it up as best I can, even if it gets a bit loose. And then I'm going to take Linen, which is the color next to it, just here, just to work into my crease. I find Linen to be quite subtle though, so I do hope you can see it on camera, but it's like a really subtle crease powder, whereas the Bobbi Brown Cement, which was another product that I showed last week, is much more pigmented. And I've actually repressed that one because remember there was like a big like pan showing through and it got really difficult to use, so oops, I'm just like a mess, so much powder everywhere. Can you guys see? I've repressed it, so it's like in the center, you can see the edges, you can still see some of the pan because there's not a lot of product left, but this just makes it so much easier to use, rather than constantly swirling your brush to try and pick up product from the edges. The only thing I'll say is that not all products repress the same way and then come out with the same quality. So I felt the Sigma one was fine. It did come out a little bit more powdery than it was prior, so maybe it's just because I didn't press it properly. I did find that the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow, it almost comes out more pigmented now that I've pressed it. So I don't know if I've just pressed out some of the filler products that used to be there that made it less pigmented and more sheer. But whatever it is, it's pressed out, and so now it's much more pigmented. So I have to use a lighter hand when I use it. None of those are a real issue. I'm actually pretty okay with it. The one product that I have repressed, and I had to repress it because it was it shattered, not because I was nearing the end of its life or anything like that, is the Kevin Aucoin sculpting powder in light. That's my like go-to favorite contour powder. And because it shattered into like lots of little pieces, I ended up repressing it, and it is weird now, like really weird. It became a lot harder, so it wasn't as soft and powdery to contour with. When I went in with a contour brush with it, and I still intend to use it, like I don't care that it's like changed in consistency or anything like that, because it was expensive and I want to use it up and I love it. But there's like orange pigment on the sides now as well. It's so strange, and it started cracking again. So I don't know, that to me that was kind of a fail. It did not repress well at all. It's not something I could ever travel with. I had to buy a new one for traveling, because it's so fragile now. Like if I even tilt it, it like comes out of the pan. So I don't know, something about, I don't know if I've repressed it wrong. I mean, I've been repressing products for a while now without really any issues, but that one just did not like to be repressed, and so it's come out an unhappy camper. Okay, sometimes I can't tell if I'm just really not good at doing my makeup on camera, and that's why it comes out looking weird, or I'm just generally bad at doing my makeup, or hear me out, last one, maybe I'm good at doing my makeup when I'm not filming, because I'm like not talking and I'm much more close to mirrors and I can take my time and I'm more relaxed. I think generally I'm more relaxed if I'm not having to film. Not that I don't love filming, I love filming. Even, I feel like this side looks different to this side. It's okay. Yeah, I don't know, there's something about these eyeshadows, it doesn't feel like it's evening out very well. And I usually don't have this problem with the Stila palette, so I suspect there is some truth about maybe feeling a bit weird about filming this, even though I've got no reason to feel weird about it. Okay, I'm gonna take that organza highlight shade. I'm just gonna try and tap it into my brow bone just to highlight it a little bit. I feel like this side is a lot smoother when I highlight than this side, because I do have a bit of dry skin here, so it doesn't look very good. So try not to stare at it too much. Just blend it a little bit more, see if that helps. We'll just move along. All right, next is eyeliner. I'm going to use the Estee Lauder gel eyeliner. The problem is this eyeliner has actually dried out a little bit. What I usually do is spray a little bit of eyeliner on my eyeliner brush, and then I go in. I used to actually just spray Fix Plus directly into here, but I made it way too like wet. It wasn't easy to work with. Close. I'm gonna need a mirror a bit more close up to do my eyes. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I don't have Fix Plus with me at the moment. I think I left it in my other office. So I'm kind of just using this as is, and it's definitely feels a bit dry. But it still works really well, especially with Fix Plus, so I'm determined to finish it off so I don't waste any. It's so satisfying to finish gel products, like pots of gel. I don't know why. I think it's because it does take a while, so when you finish it, you're like, oh yeah. And I think I've gone through like 4 or 5 in my lifetime so far, which I don't know if that sounds like a lot or not, but it feels like it's a decent amount. So, mascara. It's quite a bit of mascara to choose from, I might actually use this one. I featured this in my Rimmel video. It wasn't my favorite mascara by far. Like, I've tried many mascaras that are way better, but I want to use it up. I love using products up. And I've already opened it, so if I don't use it now, it's just gonna dry and get bad. So I need to stop talking when I'm doing my mascaras. I think it gets extra difficult. Yeah, lashes done. I don't know. I don't think this Rimmel mascara is gonna last the 3 months that typically, well, it says 12 months after opening. I usually think most of my mascaras will last 3 to 6 months. And I've had this for about a month plus now because I filmed that Rimmel video a while back. I don't know if it's gonna last long. It's already starting to feel a little bit dried out and clumpy, so it may not make it. It's definitely not gonna make it to the 6 months. I'd be surprised if it makes it to 3 months. So it's gonna be a Project Pan feature pretty soon. I'm gonna do my brows, so I'll just comb through my brows first. And then I'm going to use the Mecca Max Micromatic Pencil Brow Guru. I really love this. And I thought it was a bargain because it's only $18 and it's got my shade and it's perfect. However, when I did the mattes and I actually tried to calculate how much product you get like per price, like how many grams per price, if that makes sense. It's like the unit price for the amount of product you get. I did that just out of curiosity to compare it to Anastasia Brow Wiz, the Benefit, the Benefit one, and this one. And actually Benefit came out slightly better. So you get more bang for your buck with Benefit, which is weird because I just assume anything that comes from Mecca Max is going to be more affordable, but I guess I was wrong. That said, I would probably still go Mecca Max. One, it's an Australian brand, so I always love to support Australian brands. But I also love how much more slim and compact it is. Like, it's literally just this, and it would travel really well. Whereas the what do I keep saying Bobbi Brown? The Benefit one is less travel or compact friendly because it has that like really thicker cap that doesn't sit well. So that's probably one of the reasons I like the Mecca Max one. But in terms of like product quality, I found Anastasia, Benefit, Mecca Max all really good, similar. Oh, and I have another one here. I have a small one here. Kate. It's a Japanese brand. Don't know how much product is in this one because the amount of product in the Mecca Max one isn't listed here, but for the Kate one is 0.07 grams. Even if I did the mattes, it wouldn't work out because I actually don't remember how much I paid for the Kate brow pencil. I got that when I was in Japan. But I really love the Kate one as well. That's really, really good. So if I can ever find it again, I'll be able to calculate if it was worth it. I'm gonna do cheeks. So this is another palette that I featured in my Project Pan. And then we've got the blush and highlighter. I feel like I have used this product a lot. I'm still not seeing much change, which, I mean, it's great. I feel like that I'm getting value for money, but then there's another part of me is like, I just want to use you up, and you're not using up very fast. You're lasting a really long time, really good value for money. Okay, I think I went a bit heavy-handed on the blush, but I do like, I know not everyone loves the Orgasm color, but I feel like it suits me really well. I feel like corals, pinky corals tend to do well with my skin tone. Not doing any contouring today though. Don't feel like contouring today. What I noticed is that I don't think I featured a lip product in my Project Pan. That's probably because I was convinced I wasn't going to be able to finish a lip product this year. I'm still wearing masks when I go out predominantly, and I don't see that actually ending anytime soon. To be honest, I feel like for a lot of us, we're probably going to wear masks, I don't know, like for at least another few years, if not the foreseeable future. So lip products just don't feel like they're going to get as much love. But I have this one sitting in my makeup drawer that I've been really loving recently. I should actually put a bit of balm first because my lips are a little bit dry. But I really love this lipstick from Chanel. If you've read my blog, then you'll know that I would blog about luxury collections all the time. So I do have quite a few luxury products that for some reason I don't feature on the channel as much. I feel like, I don't know why, I should probably just mix it up a bit more. This is the Rouge Coco Shine in 99 Melancholy. And I love the Coco Shine range from Chanel because I hate liquid lipsticks. Well, hate is a strong word, but I'm not a fan of liquid lipsticks. I'm not a fan of matte lipsticks. I love moisturizing, shiny lipsticks. However, I don't like gloss. That's like gone too far. So this is the Coco Shine range is pretty sheer. Just kind of like a little bit of color. Yeah, just a little bit of something that just kind of highlights your lips. But I don't really wear lip products now, especially when I go out, because it just transfers to the mask, so there's no point. So this is really just for the video, and then I'll probably have to take it off when I go out. But yep, that's the final look. That's how I intend to use most of my products here. Now I just need to figure out how I'm going to fit these all into my makeup drawer. I really want to share with you what's in my makeup drawer, because I finally have a makeup drawer. In the past, I've always used like containers or makeup bags to store my everyday makeup, whereas now I feel like I have a drawer, everything's laid out nicely, I can just grab things as I go, but it's still kind of a work in progress. Like, I'm looking at it now, I'm like, don't know if these are all the products I want to use, and I want to be in a position where I can like rotate through the products, so it kind of forces me on a daily basis to try new things, or at least maybe on a monthly or weekly basis, like every week, 2 weeks maybe, I change the products in here, so then I have to try new things so I don't get stuck in a rut and actually use all my products. So anyways, I'm just rambling, but that was kind of the point of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to you, internet.